right, it's on. Busy day. Cup of coffee, get that energy up. So I've waited roughly about a week and it's just arrived. We're going to unbox not just one, but two things today. And they are the MKE 600 shotgun microphone from Sennheiser. And we've also got this fella, the MKE 200, a cute baby and compact shotgun alternative that I probably use for vlogging. They're part of my overall camera equipment upgrades that I've been doing over the last couple of months, made huge strides, and it's pretty much in a place that I'm happy with, both my lens, my audio equipment, my camera body, my tripod, everything. So I'll literally be doing an update once it's all in place. I'm frantically packing up my luggage and my carry-on to kickstart my Keep Being Awesome 3.0 tour. We are heading out to Philippines. If you are new to my channel, then join our community. Just press the button down below and stay tuned for some of my adventures there. Yeah, now you find the links to both of these down in the video description if you find this video useful. I do get commission if you do decide to purchase, but it helps support my channel to make more videos like this one. And you'll find an article on my website at onetechtraveler.com if you prefer to read at your leisure. But without further ado, let's get started with MKE 600. We've got the long shotgun mic. It has an XLR input and you can connect that through the port, but it provides the 3.5 headphone jack, so you can connect this directly to your camera, which I'm really excited about. And we have the mount included. Ooh, look at that. So first up, we have a carry case. That's a nice surprise. I always find with some setups, having a carry case is just super important these days, as most time you're going to be traveling around with it. It's got a nice feel to it. It's also quite padded inside, which is nice. A light mesh and a zipper. Like, just including one makes life a lot easier than having to source one yourself. And of course, we've got the Sennheiser branding. Ooh, ooh. Okay, this is what it looks like. Shotgun mic at the top. We've also got the muffle windshield, the mount, and the XLR 3.5 input. That's literally it. It's got some nice heft. All metal construction, feels really good in the hand. Focus that so you can see sort of the grills towards the front end. We've also got the microphone tip. And then it says Sennheiser here. And there's also a few onboard controls. This is the battery indicator on or off, and we've also got low cut filter, I believe. And then on the other end, we have the XLR input. Now, something to note, as I plan to use this as an onboard shotgun mic for my Sony a7 IV, there's two ways that we can power this, either one as a direct XLR input or battery powered. Now, since I'm going to be using the XLR input with the 3.5 millimeters, the KA600 cable included with the MKE 600. And I believe if we twist this, then it will open up. It takes one AA, and I've got one here. And we can close that. It's rated at 150 hours, but I'll see what that actually translates into once I've recorded a few videos out in the field. So if I attach this one, there we go. I quite like putting it towards the back, so more of it is a bit closer to the person speaking in front. I kind of prefer it without in terms of the look. I really like that shotgun style, but this will provide you extra reductions in plosives, and if you're out in the field and it's a little bit breezy, just remove some of those extra external noises. This is a hyper directional shotgun mic, so it will really isolate a lot of the surrounding noises away from where it's pointed to. Looks like when it's in travel mode, I have to take off the input, slide that there. Because it's literally just one pouch, like I don't want to put the XLR input in here because it's really going to scratch it up and move around. So that was my only feedback when it comes to the carry case, just a separate section to keep this from scratching up the Sennheiser. I literally just slot this inside the windshield. Hey, I can get by with that. Really minimal, compact, what I like for traveling. Next up, the MKE 200, what it looks like. Includes quite a few cables. As you can imagine, this is more for vlogging or more friendly for camera and smartphone setups. Can't even see it. Cool. We've got our furry windshield. Yeah, this furry windshield. And we also have a soft pouch. Nothing much in terms of padding. It's literally just a place that we can chuck it in, but it's nice to just add some little separation as I'm putting it with the rest of my stuff. We have 2 cables, and these are really nicely done cables. I want to show you. It's got like some metal rings. So these are much higher quality than other ones that I've received. And we've got 2, and you can tell by the rings on the cable which one is for which. So this one is for camera connection, and the 3 sort of lines, this is for mobile. If you don't have a headphone jack, you'll need an adapter. That's basically it inside the box. But here it is, cute. It's super small, and I mean, I really like it because I always want a very small, compact form factor, and this does a nice job. Like the fact, I mean, look at this thing, look at it, so cute. Sennheiser MKE 200, and on the front you can see we have the headphone input just down below. So instead of being in the back, it's on the front. Cold shoe mount with a 1/4 inch thread. This looks kind of okay. I put it sideways, but you can see it's, yeah, a lot of space. So that is literally the MKE 600 and the MKE 200. Now currently I'm using the Joby Wavo Air, so everything that you've heard in this video is through that. Now I'm going to switch it to the MKE 200. This being shotgun mic and being a lot smaller, then it means proximity is going to affect the sound quality. This being wireless, of course, it's a lot closer. So just bear that in mind, but let's go ahead and change it over. All right, so we are now using the Sennheiser MKE 200 shotgun microphone, sitting just above me here, and this is the difference with the current proximity, probably less than 1 meter compared to my Joby Wavo Air. This was the alternative in the beginning. How does it sound? And you'll probably notice as I'm getting close to the camera, my voice will sound a lot more full because the distance between me and the MKE 200 is a lot closer. That's generally how shotgun mics work. But you can see I don't have anything on me, and hopefully the sound is picking up pretty well. I'm gonna keep talking as I'm going back, and you should hear a reduction in the volume since I'm further away from it. So yeah, that's literally just a shotgun mic thing. But if I'm very close, then it works well. This is how it sounds. Now let's switch over to the MKE 600, which is going to be battery powered, and it's going to run from the XLR inputs into the 3.5mm headphone jack. But that is a much longer tube and of course much more expensive. But let's see how it does across the different distances, closer and then further away. So this is how the MKE 600 sounds. I am roughly 1 meter away from the camera. I'm going to be talking and sit further back, and compared to say the MKE 200, which will definitely struggle at this distance just because it's a much smaller shotgun mic and it's not really designed for that. This one, because it's longer, it might be able to still hold up fairly well from this distance, even though it's still quite far. We are literally like 2 meters, maybe 1.5. Closer to the camera, then you should notice my voice sounding more full-bodied. Since this room isn't like treated, there might be some reverb. I'm just gonna treat the audio as it is so you can see. And then as I'm getting closer, then you'll probably notice it's a lot louder, and again, full body. The MKE 200 for its compactness, not being too loud and in your face like the MKE 600. But I'm really starting to enjoy not always having to clip things, not having on me. That would be nice. As long as I'm kind of in a good distance talking to the camera, this will always have a place when it comes to wireless audio. Oh, and since we are here, well, I've got the MKE 600 still connected. This is the transmitter for the Joby Wavo Air. This is the transmitter for the Rode Wireless Go 2. So this one actually feels heavier. You do have interchangeable clips and mounts on the Joby versus the clip-on only of the Rode. Even as a shotgun mic, it's super compact. And I really dig that. The MKE 400 is a nice kind of in between the 600 and the 200. where if you just wanted one mic for everything, but for me, having something higher grade and then something more vlog travel friendly, I think works well for my kind of situations and the variety of stuff that I want to shoot. And this is the Rode Wireless Go 2. I've got it on the Interview Go handle. And again, this isn't necessarily sort of like an audio comparison just because the proximity and how you use them is going to be very different. So of course, because this is a lot closer, then you're probably going to get a more bolder sort of volume coming from this video, but you'll probably notice the style of the audio of a wireless setup versus a shotgun mic, literally a reference of the different audio setups, how they kind of sound. And of course, if I move it further away, this kind of microphone is more of like a wider pattern, then it will kind of get lost with all of the other background noises versus the MKE 600, which is much more concentrated and directional. You can appreciate that as there's other noisy stuff going on beside you. We are back to the Sennheiser MKE 600. I'm literally like 2 meters away. I'm gonna sit further back. Literally my new travel backpack just arrived. If you found this video useful, give it a big thumbs up, and of course subscribe to join the Keeping Awesome community, and stay tuned for my KBA 3.0 travel tour that I'm doing in a couple of days. And of course, there's a lot of stuff going on in this video, so you can read all about my impressions and comparisons across the different audio devices and MKE 600 and 200. You can read on my website at onetechtraveler.com. But that pretty much wraps it up. So thanks a lot. I'll see you in the next one. But until then, keep being awesome. Peace.